C'est mon cher William qui jamais, jamais, qui jamais va. C'est mon petit monsieur William. Et moi qui monsieur William. Jamais pour yon gwen fille, jamais. Yo jamais pour yon gwen chou, jamais. Yo jamais pour yon tache, jamais. C'est mon cher William qui jamais, jamais. C'est moi qui mon cher William.
All right, it is already 6 minutes, 7 minutes more so after 9 o'clock. Good morning to you listening to DBS Radio. It's a pleasure to be with you on this morning as we continue discussions, educational programs. There's something about the cultural music. You're listening to this one, especially when it's infused with Creole as well. Talks about the creativity, the versatility of our Dominicans. The musical instruments, the traditional instruments, the gouache, the jingping, the shak-shak, the taboo. Makes us who we are as a people. And of course, around that time, Independence time, we place a lot of emphasis on these attributes of our cultural heritage. But we have a discussion this morning. Good morning to you. You may have heard Hazari saying from since morning that we have a discussion on a major event that is being organized by DBS Radio. We have been doing this for a while now. And this year, it's on Friday. We have the head of the language department, Kiwana Fontaine Wilson. She will tell us more about this big event geared for Friday. We are going out of the studio and we are ensuring that we play our part in letting the younger generation, the young people, be part of this very important Creole, of course. And let me say good morning to Kiwana. She is in studio 2 with me today. Kiwana, you're on a different side, but it's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, thank you, Ivona. Thank you for having me. As you said, it's a different side. I feel kind of strange. Especially,
to be on that side,
especially being interviewed by a colleague.
Yes. We never like to be interviewed.
Well, let's not consider it
an
or
interview.
think of it as
we're just having
interview.
A nice discussion.
A nice discussion.
Yes.
So we are getting set for, as you said, a major event on Friday, the 17th at the UE Global Campus Auditorium.
And as I said, we have been doing this. It's not the first time.
No,
we want to go back to what really brought the idea on, and how important we see this initiative. I know, Kiwana, that is one of the things that you wanted to do from the get-go, from the inception, to ensure that the Creole language is maintained, to ensure that we go to the schools and look at where we are, because I think it's the third year.
Remember the first year we did, we organized an independence debate competition. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
It was a debate competition. That was in 2020.
I think 3 years ago, was
yes,
it?
2023.
But what's wrong with our math? 2022? 2022? No, 2023. You're correct.
Yeah.
And then 2024, we had another speech competition.
That's right. We had the first Creole speech competition. That was last year. So we are into the second edition this year. And we are super excited because I know you were present at last year's competition, and you heard the passion, you heard the excitement, you saw the flair, how the secondary school students presented their speech last year, and that set the pace. I'm telling you, it set the pace for this year's competition. So I think it's going to be even more colorful and exciting, because this year, guess what? We have a young boy, who is representing the St. Mary's Academy, who will participate this year.
That's already an achievement.
Because last year we only had girls. Last year we were just, surrounded by beautiful young girls from various secondary schools across the island. So when I heard the principal from the St. Mary's Academy told me that they have a participant, I was over the moon. Yeah, so the boys
I'm happy about this, because especially for SMA, SMA is also celebrating big. 1974,
Yes,
75
that's right.
reunion. So a lot is happening in the St. Mary's Academy. And the fact that a student from that school can participate in a competition at that level, it says a lot about,
I know,
the
and
institution.
it says a lot, Ivona. You know why? We consider people who speak Creole are from the out districts, like from the rural areas, country. So to have a participant from a school in town, it says a lot. And I mean, we had 5 participants last year in the competition. This year we have 6. So we can see some level
It's
of progress.
progressing,
Yes.
There will
Baby
come
steps,
a time when
baby
we'll have
steps.
maybe about
Too many.
yes.
Too many.
And that's
you
what
know?
we want. That's what we want, essentially. And it's really a big thing. But Kewana, let's still go back a little. Why a competition for schools? What is happening with the Creole language that someone like you who is very much involved, what are you seeing? And does it necessitate the need for us to continue this tradition, else it will die?
Yes, for sure. When we had the debate competition the first year, we got a lot of insights from the students' presentation. There was a debate, I remember, if my memory serves me right, it was about young people speaking Creole or something like that. And they were saying that not enough Creole is spoken in the media. It should be taught at schools. The young people don't speak Creole. So these are the insights that we received at this first competition. And I said to myself, you know what, let us try to get this normalized where the young children are speaking Creole comfortably, confidently. They don't have to be, shy away from it or laugh or feel bad about speaking Creole or think that it's only for the grown folks, They as well have a part to play in terms of preserving the language for future generations. If they don't speak it, what happens? It's going to die.
Definitely.
So when they set that tone, I said, you know what, this can't end here. It can't end here. But what was also important is that the debate was not done in Creole. We thought it should have been done in Creole, but there was not enough time for preparation for that. So we allowed them to present in English on a Creole, a topic about Creole. So the next year we said, no, a competition. No, we need a competition. Because you know what happens in competition, Ivona? People are more passionate about what they have. They're motivated to be the best. So
they put on their A game.
A game, and they do their research. So that is one of the objectives of our competition, Ivona, that the young people can go out there, research, learn about Creole. They may be hearing it being spoken by their parents, people in community and so on. But it's not just about speaking Creole, it's about understanding what you are speaking. And it's not just understanding in terms of translation, but understanding the root, the culture, the history, the value, why we place so much value on Creole, the language, why it's so important to preserve it, and so on. So we have decided the competition is our best tool to engage the students and get them working and learning and researching and presenting, And you know what happened last year? When they were helped or assisted by teachers as well. So I was told, I didn't know that, I was told that some of the students are the ones who prepared their speech.
You see?
They went, they did their research, and they prepared it. Of course, the teacher would have to go over it, make adjustments,
but
corrections.
They take ownership of this.
They took ownership of this.
That is it.
And it's comforting, Ivona. It's baby steps. We are trying to get to that other level in terms of our Creole language where it should be. But we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves as well, Ivona, because we understand where we are. We have come a long way. We shouldn't be where we are right now. Other countries are way advanced in terms of Creole, but we are still back. It's not in schools, and not enough people speak Creole. But we need to appreciate the baby steps that we have been taking, Ivona. And that's baby steps is good. Progress is small for now,
definitely.
but we are striving to the bigger picture.
And it shows that they attach a professional aspect to this because, of course, they do their research. So it's not like just like, there's a competition, a Creole competition. Let me see if I can do something, No, they take it seriously.
Of
And that
course.
is what we wanted from the get-go. That's already a win-win situation for us.
And
the
we have
fact
an
that you have
advantage
young
too.
people doing this, doing their research on Creole. I myself, have been doing a little research on Creole as
Yes.
well, learning about the vernacular, and
Right.
everything that
Eh, we should
encapsulates
we should
Creole.
go more
Oh
on
yes,
the
yes. Oh
Yes.
yes. I have done a lot of research myself, on that Creole lexicon, what it means, for us
Yeah.
as a people.
Yeah.
So if we can inculcate that in the minds of the young ones at that age, years to come, Kiwana, will be okay. We'll
Yes,
be okay.
and
People
I-
like you continue to uphold the Creole, and that's good.
I am not a teacher of Creole. I don't teach Creole. I am an advocate. I am the host of the Creole, one of the hosts of the Creole program. And as a host, I think we play a part in preserving, in educating, and so on. I'm not a teacher. There are many teachers out there who play their role in educating in the classroom or wherever it is. But we need to allow the young people to take ownership of the Creole language. Be as excited as we are, the older ones, to speak Creole. The thing is, right, Ivona, we grew up not knowing a lot about the language. We grew up at a time where technology was not as advanced as it is right now.
Yeah.
So we have so much information at our fingertips. Come on, this is the right time for us to go out there and do some more research, educate ourselves. For instance, the theme, Creole is not patois this year. I spoke to a grown person some time ago. And she said, let me take a parler patois. I said, excuse me, it's Creole. She said, no, c'est comme ça moi levé ka parler. That's how I grew up hearing or knowing it's called. I said, but you see, that's the thing about us. We need to understand that everything in this world evolves. We are continuously learning, Ivona. Learning never stops, So now that we have all of this information at our fingertips, we need to open our minds and our hearts to the changes and to the new information as it relates to what Creole really is. It's not patois, And people ask me, what's the difference? And this is why we have the competition, Ivons, so that we can dispel this misconception that we have about Creole and patois. Creole is a well-structured language. I think some of us here don't really understand it. But based on my research, we are far behind in terms of where Creole should be. There are people out there learning and doing master's degrees in the Creole language. We have our very own Dominican, Lena Luke, who lives in France. She has a master's degree in Creole. The French, Guadeloupe, Martinique, there are programs at schools. There are associate degrees in Creole language. Someone even approached me and said, Kiwana, wouldn't you like to pursue an associate degree in the Creole? I said, wow. I said, of course. That would be absolutely amazing. So we need to, as well, we have a part to play, Ivona. The education system has a part to play. It's not just speaking Creole. We have to move away from just speaking Creole. We have to understand the language. We understand French, we understand Spanish, we understand all the structures that are in place for all different languages. Creole needs that type of attention and type of appreciation in Dominica.
I agree. Back in the day, long ago, Creole, we did not see it as you said, as a language. For many of us, it was like broken French.
That is what patois
Broken
is.
French and it just like parents do not even want their children to speak
It was
Creole
taboo.
back in the day. Yes, it was taboo. There was a discrimination attached to it.
That is what patois is, Ivona.
Right.
The word patois
Right.
is
No,
a
so we are evolving. We
Yeah.
are evolving. There's Creole.
Creole
so
is the
Creole is not
language.
patois. So that's what we are saying.
Yeah, patois is a broken. I did some research. I did not know that. The word patois means something that is broken, something that is not as valuable as the language itself.
Creole is structured. It's a structured language.
It has its own. And I know we were supposed to have a French teacher with us today, but she couldn't make it today. She would have maybe given us a different perspective on that part of it, like the linguistic part of Creole. But Creole has all the characteristics of what a full-fledged language is. So here it is. It is not patois. Patois is a broken way of speaking, broken French. And I was told the French colonials, they termed the language patois. They termed it patois to make the slaves feel like they were not speaking the, how would I say, the language to be spoken. So they termed it as patois so that they could devalue that form of speaking that language. And then we continued using that word patois generations after generations after generations. But we are learning.
Dialects.
We are learning. A patois is a dialect. And I don't blame many people. They grew up hearing patois. I grew up hearing patois. And it's only when I started working at DBS radio, I started saying, Creole.
Creole.
So we are here to educate the people that, and I spoke to, Sonia Akpa, right? She's, she's a judge at our event. She's been for the past 3 years. And she told me that, the Jamaican patois, what they speak, the dialects. They are now working and researching, fighting to place that patois as a language.
Of course, Grenada is revisiting that as well.
Which one? For which?
For their patois, because
Grenadians
Grenadians speak. Yes, they speak Creole. Yes, for their dialect, but it's Creole.
Yes, they once spoke
the
Creole.
Trinidadians as well.
The Trinidadians, right? That's right. So if we don't do what we are doing right now and continue to even improve on what we're doing, we will one day be like Grenada and Trinidad. When we will hear them, people say they once spoke Creole. So we need to continue doing this, and I'm happy that we all have the the life and the energy to keep doing what we do.
And I'm happy that DBS plays a pivotal role in all of this. I mean,
Of
DBS
course,
continues to uphold
years.
this. And when you understand how Creole come about on radio DBS, it was not easy. But look at where we are now. I think we have made tremendous strides, and we have to continue to push. It has to be a national approach as well, because we have to make it big. We have to go places. I mean, Dominica can serve as a blueprint for a lot of things, in that aspect.
Yes. So when we say preserving our linguistic legacy, that's the second part of the topic. If we continue labeling our language as patois, it's going to be lost.
We are already defeating the purpose.
We're already defeating the purpose. We don't respect it. We don't give it the value it deserves. So after a while, when you speak the language, it's like people watch you like, what are you speaking? But you don't speak a language. So hence the reason for the topic, Ivona. That is just one of our objectives. So from the presentation of the students, we are going to learn so much. You did some research, I did research, but I'm sure it's going to be a learning session on Friday.
On Friday, what time? What is the agenda
11
like?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. We're going to UE.
We're going to UE at on Friday, 11 a.m. 6 secondary schools will be participating.
6 secondary schools.
Yes,
I think
so
someone is on our line. Let's see if they want to share with us. Good morning. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I'm hearing the name of Ivona's name being mentioned times and times over by a host. Why the name of the other host not being mentioned?
Okay.
I don't know who. I don't know.
Okay, I say we'll say it again. We'll say it again. Okay, that wasn't deliberate, but we'll say it again. Okay.
I'm hearing the name of Ivona's name being mentioned times over by a host. I'm not hearing the other name. The other person name being mentioned.
Okay, we'll say who is on. Okay, thank you. Well, I don't know Kewana. I have been saying Kewana, but all right. Kewana Fontaine Wilson is the guest this morning.
That is what happens when two colleagues.
Yes. So we wouldn't forget our role because you have to multitask in any way. But Kewana Fontaine Wilson is with us, and as we said from the onset, I'm not sure if you listened, but there's a big activity coming up organized by Kewana Fontaine Wilson and the language department. We're going to UE at 11 o'clock on Friday. We'll be bringing that live as well, and you may have joined late, but it's okay. So Kewana is on with us. Yes, Kewana. So let us look at what the program entails for Friday.
All right. Well, we are still fine-tuning the program, but it will be short and sweet.
To the point.
To the point. No lie day. No panipes goes afek.
No, Creole can have a lie day, but it calls for certain activities.
Right. But the same thing is, Creole is already a lie day, my voter.
Oh yes.
Because if we had that discussion in Creole, it would have been a different tone altogether. So
Yeah.
we don't have to do too much.
Yeah.
Creole is already speaking its truth. So we don't have to do a lot. We are heading to UB at 11. DBS have so many other activities during that day. So we are going to allow the students to do their due. We are going to allow them to speak on the topic. Creole is not patois, preserving our linguistic legacy. 6 students, hopefully we can get that done before 2 on Friday. They are expected to present a 5-minute speech on the topic. They will be judged. It's one round. They will be judged by a panel of judges. And we want to say thank you to our sponsors who have embraced the competition. Some of them are even more excited than we are, who's organizing the event, because they see that as a part of the agenda, or their objective as well, to help in terms of preserving and supporting.
That's another
embracing,
plus.
And it's always encouraging to hear people out there say, that's a good initiative, continue, let me support you.
Definitely.
So it gives us the urge to continue. Yeah.
So what is the mood like among the students who will be participating?
They are excited. Some of the teachers and principals are even more excited. I think one of them called you yesterday, Ivans. That's the
Harold in Scotland,
from
Castlebrooke
Castlebrooke Secondary School. They did not respond at the time we expected them to. So when I heard that they are on board and they have already begun preparation, I was like, oh wow, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Last year we had the Pierre Charles Secondary School participate, but this year they aren't able to participate for reasons beyond their control. Hopefully we see them next year. We have the Wesley High School. We have the St. Martin Secondary School. Last year they won the competition.
Yes.
Rudnaline Desimon.
Yes, I remember her presentation.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. She was on point.
And
she was ready.
She represented Creole very well, like the other students. But she came with her head tie, a madras head tie, and she was really on point. So we would like to once again congratulate Rudnaline Desimon for a wonderful presentation last year. The St. Martin Secondary School, they're taking this very seriously, Ivans. They are very, very passionate about what they do. We also have the Convent High School.
That's good.
Ikasam yojik plus passionate passer les autres, because I think they were the first to accept that they will be participating.
And as an old girl of the Convent High School, Kiwanda, you'll be very pleased.
Alma mater.
Yes,
that's right.
You'll be
That's
very
right.
well pleased with this.
And I have observed something about Convent. I think for a few years now, I realized that they are taking their Creole seriously. I think they reached out some time ago about their assembly on Creole Day, and I think they want me to present something about Creole on that day. They have also invited me to do other activities,
That's
read
good.
Creole. But just in terms of how happy, how enthusiastic they are about participating, that tells you.
And they take part in the cultural song competitions as well, in the schools arts festival. And you have a lot of Creole songs. My daughter is singing, so and that's very good. Let me really applaud the efforts of Convent High School. Other schools too, there are other schools who are doing this, but I think it just speaks well when a secondary school, even the primary schools as well, see this as important to inculcate that language into the whole scheme of things at the schools.
So the Convent High School, and of course I said the St. Mary's Academy will be participating. So that's 6 schools. We have to confirm the names. We have the names, but I have not confirmed all of the names. I don't have the names with me right now.
Okay, yes.
But we will inform the public as soon as possible the names of the students at the competition on Friday. So it's gearing up, Ivan. It's gearing up, and we are excited. 6 students. Yeah. Last year we had 5. This year we have 6. Next year maybe 8.
And
9, 10.
Yes. And maybe one year we'll have maybe the primary schools, involved in some way, whether a song, competition or something.
Yeah.
We can do that.
The possibilities are endless when it comes to that. And it opens us up to different ideas, brainstorming,
Definitely.
Being creative about it. it's not always going to be a secondary.
That's
we will
it.
play
That's
around
it.
with the idea.
Yeah, a
We
lot
will
of
play
things that we
around
can do.
with
Oh, yes. Oh,
the
yes.
style, the format. Yes, so big things, man, big things. And Ivona, while we are making baby steps, we need to also, mention some things that happens with people about Creole. Someone told me some time ago that she came into a room and she greeted the people in the room in Creole. She just said bonjour, simply bonjour. Bonjour. Now, I know bonjour sounds much better than good morning. I don't know about you, but if somebody
there's a flair about
if
bonjour,
somebody
I mean,
comes
come
to
on.
me and said bonjour,
Yes.
I'll be like, oh, hi.
But just the mere fact that you're saying bonjour already makes you feel like a femme antillaise.
femme
Somebody with
antillaise,
a lot, purpose.
Kinigam,
Yes.
Kinivari. But you say good morning and it's like, morning.
I think
So she said good. She said bonjour, and someone at her back said, that one always there with a Creole.
It's sad though.
It's sad.
It's sad.
And sometimes I tell myself, Kewana, you should not take that personal, because there are people who wish they could speak Creole, and that is their way of expressing that, oh, gee, I wish I could speak Creole. I'm, a little jealous that I can't speak Creole or even understand it. Or there are people who just have this same mentality about Creole is down there, or Creole is not as valuable as it should be, or Creole is just patois. But let me tell you,
and I'm
Creole?
also Creole. Yes, I mean, when you can speak the Creole, when you can understand the Creole, or when you can make the efforts to learn the Creole, that's a lot for you, And especially a broadcaster, especially you know how beautiful it is to just maybe you're on a shift and you can just break into Creole at any time.
anytime.
That says a lot about you as a person. There are a lot of people who wish, 10 of Dominic who wish they could speak Creole.
And another thing, I just wish that we could normalize at any time. We just
yes.
palia.
We don't have to wait for Creole
We don't have
Day.
to wait. And another thing too, I have noticed that when we, for instance, we're in a public space, a public forum, at a ceremony or at a bagay or go bagay cafet, people would start off speaking. Let's say we would start off in Creole, and their first words would be like, "Okay, I am going to speak a little Creole." No, just speak.
But not only that.
Just
I mean,
speak
some people laugh a lot.
Yes,
when
they
speak in the
laugh.
Creole.
Exactly. Why are you laughing?
It's that they're not comfortable speaking the Creole. I mean, it's so good to try. Speak the Creole. I mean, when I'm on radio, especially when I'm doing Connecting the Dots in Nigeria, we make the effort. We have
And
to speak
even
Creole.
if you're not very strong in the
Yes.
Creole,
But you
nobody
have
has to know.
Yes.
Just speak your Creole
Speak your
confidently.
Creole confidently.
Of course.
Of
And
course.
then if you make mistakes, then of course you'll be corrected, and then so what? But it is our language, c'est langage nous. Why do we have to always be comical about it? I mean, obviously, there's some aspects of Creole.
Oh
that are
yes,
very
I mean, Creole
comical.
can be very raw too.
Listen to
when
me.
you speak Creole as
You tell somebody something,
right,
and insult
in
them
terms
in
of English and Creole. I mean, come on.
insult them in English, it's fine. But insult them in Creole, police. You can
But we have to give more prominence to Creole. We have to ensure. Hello, good morning. You want to share with us?
Yes, good morning.
To you as well. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oui, bonjour. Oui, ça m'a lady. Mon ka hache Creole. Moi, live dans un petit village là, tout le monde ka parle Creole. But the thing is, I can't read it. It's very difficult to read it.
To read it.
Because you were not taught to read
Yes,
it.
you were not taught to read it as well. Yes.
Because I tried, but the words, something, and then you know, accent là, accent par
Accent,
l'autre côté.
accent.
Ou pas apprendre li, c'est pour ça.
So
But it's
some
not
of
too late,
Because
yes.
moi, les apprendre because
Yes.
That is why
pour
we're
moi,
calling.
ça là, nous ca li son là à l'église. The readings in church. I am a mother reading church, but I want to read the Creole. I can read it.
Yes, but just write it how you think you can say
Yes.
it properly.
Yes. That's
you
a
mean,
start.
Yes,
That's a start.
That's a start, obviously. So
Write
you
it
say
in your own way.
yes,
You
write it
can
in your own
understand
way.
it.
You can understand it, and then you of course you go to learn how to write it properly after. But if you want to present, in church as you said, write it in your own way, and you say it with confidence. That's the other thing. So you keep practicing and say it with confidence. And if you make a mistake, don't just like some people just laugh a lot. when they make a
Yes,
mistake.
don't-
No. It's a serious language.
It's a serious language.
It's a serious language.
Yeah.
I mean,
because that's what I raised it. My grandmother couldn't speak English, only part of she Creole. She used to speak to us.
Right.
But no, well, I even feeling bad because I didn't teach it to my children.
Don't feel bad, though. I don't think you should feel bad. It's not your fault, really. I don't think you should blame each other for
no,
that.
they're blaming me.
Oh,
They
the
blame
children
me.
are blaming you?
Yeah, but a lot of parents, like, sometimes I feel bad too.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
you
they
know,
can't
teachers.
speak
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand.
But it will grow.
Yeah,
People
it's-
getting interested in it by day.
Of course. Yes.
Have a good day.
But
Thank
listen
you.
on Friday. You can
Thank
follow us on
you.
social media as well. So it's from 11 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Yes.
bye.
But a lot of parents did not teach their children Creole because they themselves they were like sent to their room if their parents were talking Creole. So it continues. The cycle continues.
It began with Malayo Pali Creole.
Yes.
Because that is a
Patois.
language.
At that time they were
It's a
just
patois.
yes. That was a
because
patois.
they thought that would have affected the way they learned at school. Yes, so it started from there. Because our grannies and so on were not educated, so they could only speak Creole. So they spoke Creole to their children. Now they grew up thinking that if you speak Creole, means that it would affect or impede your
But
learning.
it helps.
Right, nous pas te connaître ça, Ivons. And then it moved to I don't want my children to understand what I'm saying. So moi parler en Tibet, I don't want them to understand what I'm saying, so I prevent them from understanding the language. I am not teaching it to them so that I can keep that secret. So that was another thing. Now, I think the other stage we are at right now is that we are so busy as parents, we already know the Creole, but we are so busy in our own world and so on, we just don't see the reason for even teaching our children Creole. And at times, it's not anything that we have against the language, Ivona. It's just that it's not part of us to speak. Like the Spanish. They make sure that their children grow up learning Spanish, no matter where they are. They live in America, they speak Spanish to their children.
I used to attend a lot of Spanish classes,
Yes.
on Bath Road, close to the next to the Fire and Ambulance Service Department, because they ensured that when they came to Dominica, they had to teach the language. you know.
Yes.
And that's what we should do.
So I mean, Ivona, we will get there, I think. But it comes with a lot of work. And we have to be receptive to it as well. It work, but then we do work and then people don't appreciate it or accept it, then, it goes in vain.
But luckily, we have a lot of songs in Creole. We continue
yes.
to uphold a lot of aspects of our Creole culture. But if only we can just make, a greater effort in speaking the language and not
It's
a dialect.
start.
It's a language.
It's a
It's a big
language,
start.
yes.
You want to share with us on the phone? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oui, kita me disons, discussion ça là, so kan je dire, pas bien, pas bon. Parce que moi quand vivre dans un pays après ça, et puis moi quand parler plus créole ici à passer Dominique. Et puis là où t'as nos pays ça là, où peut que quoi, il y a autant créole que ça. Moi quand parler que tout ça en pays. Et puis, quittez-moi dire, les enfants, ils pas fait à Haïti, mais ils ont parlé plus créole parce que j'ai Dominique qui est créole qui parle. Par eux qui fait à Haïti, ça montre comment pour parler langue là. Comme ça, moi-même, il y a différents créoles. Tout ça, moi, parler créole. Parce que moi, quand ils disent qu'ils parlent créole, oui, ils ont sauté, mais cette fois-là, ils disent bagaille, moi, comprendre. Et puis, moi, répondre à créole. Mais une fois, moi, besoin, moi, parler à créole pour you comprendre ça, moi, ça dit. So just to go into English, I will say that there are times that I have to speak Creole, and then I realize that how we say our words, the Haitians in particular, they shorten a lot of things. So we will say "Mweka ale." They will not say "Mweka ale." They will say it in rather shorter form. So they're always amazed when I speak, and they listen. Sometimes they laugh. I learn certain expressions from them. So we will say "size" for seat. They will say "shita" for seat, which is shocking because I've never heard those words before. That word before. And I know we say "size" and so on. So I am learning a lot of what they are doing, but they too are learning some of what we do. So I think it's important that the point I want to make this morning is that it is important for us to teach our children our language. Creole is a language in itself. It is spoken in various parts of the world. I remember, and I'll try not to be long, in 2005 I went to World Youth Day in Germany, and I was interviewed by some people from Mauritius because they found out that we could speak Creole. And I was asked to represent the Dominican group to speak Creole. I'm not no major Creole speaker, but I can say that I love the language and I make an effort to learn it. And I thank God that I had a basis that now it comes in so handy even in my work, even where I work in a foreign country at this point. So I just want to thank you all for the opportunity, and
we
let
thank
us
you as
continue
well.
to promote our language, all right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
We thank you as
Thank
well.
you for that.
In case you're wondering.
What's that?
This is Steve, in case Kiwana is
Oh, Césarina, c'est longtemps tape voir ou ça? Longtemps tape voir là. Césarina Paul. Merci
Yes.
autant, merci
All the
autant.
best, all the
All
best.
right.
And the
All
fact
right,
that you
bye.
started in Creole,
Oh, yes.
Kiwana,
Oh,
you see,
yes.
you see?
Yes.
Prominence.
It goes
to the
without saying.
language.
It goes without saying, you know. So she's all the way in Turks and Caicos, and of course, speaking of all the way in Turks and Caicos, Ivona, you may have experienced that too. When you're out of Dominica, that's when you really appreciate Creole. You know, you connect with your
Let me tell you
people,
something, I tell
and
you.
you feel like you are out of your home. You are out in this foreign place. You don't know anybody.
There's a goa there, you have
And then
something in you.
you meet this someone from Dominica. Oh my, and you start to speak and so on. And I mean, come on. I mean, that is just so. It is enlightening, you know, to understand
Definitely.
that Creole is a part of our identity. It's a part of who we are.
Definitely. And we have to uphold it. Good morning.
Morning, my darling. How are you?
Bonjour, bonjour. Hola.
Bonjour. Hola.
Yes,
Ou
Hola.
bien?
Oui.
Right. I'm just listening to the program. I'm listening at the preschool, and
Great.
I'm just saying a lot of the times they tend to shelve the preschoolers. But the early childhood education system is the best place
yes.
to start.
Yes.
Because I am a lover of Creole. I learned Creole from my grandmother. We would not dare teach it to us at home. She and my father would converse. That is all they would converse in. But we would not converse to them or listen to them. But when my grandmother used to teach us patois. So unknowing to them that we were learning it. So that is why I'm saying the best place to start. I am willing, anybody to come to early childhood center to teach it. I don't have a problem. That and our culture.
Okay.
So I moi me parle Creole.
I think she has
Phone
issue.
number.
I think yes. There's some
Telephone
issues
line?
with your telephone line, but we got the gist of what you're saying, and as an educator, you are the educator. You have been an educator for so many years. Let me wish you all the best as well as you continue.
Thank you
And
very much.
I know particularly around Independence Time, you do a lot to ensure that you instill in the minds of the younger ones. The need to uphold our traditional aspects of our culture.
Yes.
So all the best to you.
So
Yes. So that's good. Thank you.
much.
Okay, take care. Yes, Kewana.
I mean, a lot of work has been done by Keke, Comité pour Études Creole. They are fighting to get Creole at schools. And it's important because if we start at school, then we're gonna have Creole being spoken for future generations. That's where it starts. The caller earlier said that she doesn't know how to write the Creole. I mean, you can't blame her because she was never taught to write Creole. When I started working at DBS, Felix told me, okay, I want to write the Creole how you would understand it.
Yeah.
I did that for many years.
But that doesn't mean you have to stay in it all the time. You have to learn
right
at
now,
some point. Yeah,
I understand the language much better.
But me and the go have accent.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Listen to me. I have
Accent,
difficulty. You will listen. Ask Lena. Lena would be like really giving me my caning. Kewana, the accents, So I still have to master it. I've come a long way. If I think very, very hard, I will know which accent. So we were not taught Creole in schools, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't make an effort to speak it, to make it, give it its rightful place. And as I said, KEC is working very hard to get, first of all, they're working on a dictionary. We need that because right now we're using St. Lucia's dictionary. St. Lucia has a variation of Creole. It's close to ours.
Yes.
But we also need to understand and appreciate the different variations of Creole. So somebody will say, that's not how we say it. No. There are different variations of
Creole.
The Creole language, the words and how it's spoken and so on. So so the dictionary, we welcome that. And of course, the policy to take Creole to the schools. For instance, in Parliament, Parliament soon,
Oh, that is another one.
When ministers or members of Parliament present, why are we still at this stage where we have to translate what is being spoken in Creole, especially if it's just a word or phrase to make the liquor presentation a little more spicy, You have to know, Speaker of the House would say, well, translate or... We shouldn't be at that stage at this point in time. I
agree.
So simple as a word or two. Why do we have to always, have to translate? It's our language. We are Dominicans. It's our identity. It's ours.
Definitely. But the possibilities are endless. There's a lot of things that people like you, Kewan, are very much involved, can continue to propel, can continue to push. Because in the next 5 years, we should be further than we are now. We should be much further than we are now.
Well, with social media, I've noticed that quite a bit of young people are embracing Creole. They are posting videos about it and singing Creole songs and saying that they wish they could have, their parents taught them Creole and so on. So they are embracing it. So that's a start. That's a start. If they are receptive to it, then it means that they will learn it and they will make an effort to learn in time to come.
But we continue with SPS Creole and look at where we are now with SPS Creole, especially now with social media. And look at what social media has done, even for that, program on radio.
Let me tell you.
And you find a lot of younger people now gravitating to it. And that is good. That is what we want.
For years, DBS have been on radio, strictly. SPS Creole has been on radio for years, years. But now the social media...
And the individuals...
More mature.
But no,
but
look at
now,
what is happening.
We are taking Creole where the young people are. And there is no doubt, Ivona. You can say what you want. You can jump up and down how you want. Social media... Social media is where the young people are. I mean, the older folks as well, because
of course,
we are live now and there are many.
Oh yes, I tell you something.
Mature folks
when I go home, my mother is navigating a thing on the television.
You got the Makakute radio, Makakute Facebook. So we have to take our Creole language to where the people are.
That is it.
And we have to also understand what they want. So if they want to see you speak Creole, let them see you.
Let them see you speak Creole.
Let them see you, because you're pani tan selma, kopani your team nom kedoti buet kapale no you well.
Yeah, and we also had that concept long ago that Creole was for like somebody
the
like
older
folks,
people,
maybe for mushu on their head.
Oh my God!
A long skirt.
No, that is you know this kewan. I thought it was an older person.
A mushu and maybe a long skirt.
An older person. No, we have come a long way, Ivona, and we have given Creole the flair it deserves. We have given Creole the shine it deserves. Creole is not for only, I don't want to say, I wouldn't say it, but they think Creole is just for Creole pas bon. No, Creole.
Well, remember back in the day, Creole was widely spoken in the rum shops, places like that. No, we have evolved. We have no understanding what Creole
sophisticated.
is. Yes,
it's a sophisticated language. And we have to present it as such. As such, that's how we embrace Creole. Everybody loves pretty things, Ivona. Everybody loves to see or to hear pretty words and so on, beautiful things. So why not place Creole right on that shelf it deserves to be?
Definitely.
So people want to speak it now. Because it's a bel langage. It's bel langage. And sometimes because they can't speak it, they lash out, I think people lash out.
A lot of times that's what they're doing. They're lashing out,
I'm telling you.
They're lashing out.
Let us normalize Creole at the banks, Ivona. At the banks. When you go to a bank teller and you speak Creole to them, I shouldn't be seeing a frown on your face. If you can't speak Creole, just simply say I can't. I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
That's all. But this whole frowning and why are you speaking Creole and this person always have a Creole. No. I think we are moving away from that gradually. I am hopeful that at some point in time, we will be more receptive and embrace it.
I would also like to see more effort being made on Creole Day, in particular, like assemblies, at the schools. There's a lot that we still have to do,
but a lot has been done.
A lot is being done, and that's good. It's the progress that you're making. Yes,
the culture, the food we eat, not only the language, but I think our Creole culture is improving. People embracing the Jinping, and I think social media has a big part to play with it.
Yeah.
And DBS is ready to continue moving into that direction.
So let's just go over again what's happening on Friday morning before we end. Of course, we have House of Assembly coming up shortly. So Kiana, take us through the program again. What's happening on Friday?
Well, all ears and all eyes should be glued and tuned to DBS Radio via our various frequencies on radio, and our we will be streaming too on Facebook and YouTube. From the UE Global Campus Auditorium at 11 a.m. on Friday, September 17th, 2025. Listen to the DBS Radio Independent Creole Speech Competition. The theme is Creole c'est pas patois, qu'a protéger légas Creole no. Creole is not patois, preserving our linguistic legacy. And the theme is, someone said to me, isn't that too heavy for the why do we have to
Creole.
Why do we have to reduce our standards? Why don't we just raise the
That's
bar?
it. Yes, raise the bar.
Raise
We
the
have to up
bar.
our standards.
It's not only just speaking Creole by the side of the road or when we want to give a joke. We need to raise the bar and give Creole its prominence that it deserves. Other countries do. Why don't we do it?
I agree.
So, anu parle Creole tupatu. Tune into DBS for that, and we are promising another exciting, informative, educative competition. It's a competition one must win, but I mean, the objective of it is to,
Of
to
course,
have our
it's more
children.
than a competition.
It's more than
when
just
you look at it.
Hello,
It's
I mean,
more than a competition, but obviously, we
to
want
see the young people speak and present.
The
shining
presentation they
Creole.
come, and how they stand and how they say their Creole.
You
and,
saw they were shining last year.
Oh yes. So you can imagine what will happen again this year.
Yes,
And we have a
man.
young man, so that already is a major attraction.
I'm shivering.
The fact that a young man will
Yes.
come, at the podium and present in Creole,
SMA
that
would be-
augurs well, for the country.
Yeah, man. So we are encouraging the schools to bring in at least 5 students to support their participants. And we're just encouraging the teachers as well and the principals to embrace it, to encourage the children to speak Creole. When we approach you every year asking you for your participation, please be positive and try your best to play a part in preserving the language, because you accepting to participate in the competition, Ivona, is already saying that we love Creole and we want to see Creole at schools, we want to preserve our Creole language and so on. So, and putting in the effort to work with that student. So, nous vraiment excités, Ivons, and nous mettons Creole plus haut. You see how we were waving the flags yesterday? That's how we should be waving our Creole language.
So the schools, everybody come on board. Let's make this big. Let's make this bigger next year.
Of course, next year
Let's make
maybe
this bigger
just
next
go
year.
to the primary schools or the preschools.
Even the preschools, of course.
Yes,
Of course. There's
Can
a lot
you-
of talent
those
at the
little children.
schools.
Can you see those little?
Oh, yes.
Those little
Speaking the
Tibolums,
Creole,
those
yes.
little Tibolums speaking Creole.
Yes. Bonjour, good day. Bonsoir, good night. Things
Kuma,
like that. Yes.
yeah. So yeah, man. So we are hoping that the our listening and viewing public will tune in on Friday for that.
Yes, and DBS Radio, we are ready for this. So so join us. We are all on all social media platforms, as we said. We are on radio as well, and we'll be bringing this to you live. we continue to uphold the Creole language. Join us as we continue in that vein, and we look forward to your participation, your comments as well, your positive comments. Cheer the young people on, and let's ensure that, especially those who are speaking the Creole, can continue to pass on that battle to the younger generation.
Interestingly, Evans, Rudnaline Desimond, who won the competition last year from the St. Martin Secondary School, she is Dominican, but her parents are Haitian. So she speaks Haitian Creole.
You see?
But you see, if you were not paying, if you weren't too attentive, you would not know that she's of Haitian descent. Because she made sure that she spoke the Dominican Creole.
The Dominican Creole, you see?
Yeah. So
That
she's
says a lot.
integrated into, our Creole, and that's fine. That's just fine. We have so many Haitians here who speak the Haitian Creole, and we embrace them because they speak the same language as we do. Variations, yes, different words and so on, but we are so happy when I'm pretty sure they are happy when they can communicate with Dominicans without having to struggle too much.
Of course, you're going to another country. I can remember when I was in Libya with Tasha P and Erlene Henry, and we sang that song from Paya Labase.
Yes.
Yes.
Ivona, we've been using that song for years. Years. Coming on in Ivona.
Wow, it's a lot. It's a
DP,
long before we had that song that Koni Kona Kashaku, that song.
Poo.
Right, we had that song.
So when I came in on that song,
Paya Labase.
and when I heard Song Masters and Paya Labase with Lagash Creole, I told Felix, can I change the theme
song?
Theme song? He said, sure. Go ahead. So dear Peter and Salanuka Servisa, and there are people who still get so excited that when they hear the song.
But even that song, you remember, even on social media, there was a particular year, when people were trying to sing the song.
Yes.
So and that song is powerful. That if you know the words, if you understand what that Creole is saying,
it's like a tongue twister. It's like a tongue twister at the beginning. Les mouettes tout petit, moi ka changer.
Met l'école te ka
Met l'école.
Zafa.
pas ka bat zafa encore, non?
Langage Creole.
Today it's gold. Today our Creole language is gold, and we need to keep it there.
Et je dis langage Creole pas assez pour yo.
Il pas assez pour nous. Il pas assez pour nous. We love it, and we still, every independence, I notice that people are more like they're excited about the song, and they ask questions like, who's singing that song?
Yes.
I mean, where's it from?
It's a Dominican.
Kewana, can you tell me who's singing that song?
Yes.
Can you give me the words of that song? Kewana, can you translate that song for me, for my daughter, my son? And we are happy to assist. We are happy to assist. For instance, that song, Sauve Dominique. Messieurs et puis mesdames. I did a video some time ago quickly, and I translated the first verse to English. Messieurs is not the same song now, in English.
It missing some seasoning.
I have to pause that video because the song in English is just not the same as in Creole. So let's say Messieurs et puis mesdames, c'est la vérité. Plus bel pays vivant, c'est Dominique, no. Say it in English.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, hear the truth.
The prettiest,
the most beautiful country is
Let's go back to
in
Creole.
the world.
Let's go back to Creole. Let's go back to Creole.
Can you, when you see Cicero singing that song, you hear the lyrics of that song. It's not the same lyrics in English. It doesn't give the same vibe. It doesn't speak the same truth. No. C'est pas même bagarre la pièce.
Yes, and when you can speak the Creole, and especially as a woman who sa marche kon antillaise.
What is marche kon antillaise? Ophelia sang that song, and she said marche kon antillaise. Walk like a.
What do you think of?
Walk like
an marching kon antillaise.
Walk like an antillaise. Walk like a what? A Caribbean woman, Azari. But when you hear marche kon antillaise,
walk like a queen, walk with a stride, walk with purpose.
It says all of these things.
Yes.
Your head's up high, you're proud. Your posture says misconfident. And
we need to continue that discussion. I mean, we don't have to wait until we have a competition or something.
I know, right?
I think every time we need to talk more about this on radio. I know the SPYS Creole time is too short. Obviously, it's too short.
No, but
we need
people don't understand all the Creole too, and so we need to as well create that space for the people who understand English better.
Definitely.
So for that, so anytime, Ivona.
Yes, anytime.
Thank you for having.
I don't want to rush you, but ending Creole.
It's okay. Bonjour tout le monde. Merci autant. Nous c'est Dominique nous parler langage créole d'Aibel.
C'est lang, maman
C'est
nous.
langue nous.
C'est lang nous.
Right, c'est pas
Right.
maman nous seulement.
Right, c'est pas maman nous seulement. All the best, Kevin.
Bye now, take care.